right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair, the world's lightest wheelchair, is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark.
2, 3, now we're playing with the big boys. Gonna take it to the street, now we're gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up.
What's up?
Hi, welcome.
Oh, wait. Whoa.
Oh. What are we doing? Welcome to High Tea with Kim and Alyssa. We didn't plan that far.
We were going to rehearse, but we didn't.
We got
so, if you are not live with us, be live.
Be live.
Because you will not understand the full grasp of the commitment that we have made.
In our Halloween costumes, you guys.
Yes, we are dressed head to toe in our costumes.
Yes. And for those of you who don't know who we are and have been living under a rock, we are the Grady twins from The Shining.
Yes. And if you don't know that, you need to go watch the movie.
Yes, go watch the movie.
It's literally the most famous in regards to the two girls standing in the hallway, matching, saying,
"Come play with us,
Hi, Danny. Come play with us forever."
Yeah.
So
super fun.
We're in the studio. We're
live on all the things.
Yes.
Facebook, YouTube,
Yes.
TikTok. We're live on the radio.
Nothing's changed in regards to let us know what you're sipping on.
Yes.
And
let us know what's in your cup.
We want you to tell us what you guys are dressing up as. What party are you going to? Parties, festivals? What's the haps? What's going on? Because we're 1 week away, y'all. If you ain't ready for Halloween, you better get ready.
You'll miss the bus.
Yes.
So tonight we're sipping on some apple pie wine.
Yes.
It makes me so excited because you only get it this time of year at H-E-B's, the only place I've ever seen
it is so good.
But it's so good. It's seriously, it's like apple pie in a glass.
Mm-hmm.
And I love me some apple pie.
I do too. It really does. It's got all the cinnamon apple vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So let us know what y'all are sipping on. Whether you're on Facebook or TikTok, we will while my
Ow.
twinsy over here is
I'm gonna have a bruise on my knee now.
Yeah, she's
You know,
gonna be
it's one of those
hurting
things.
pretty bad, pretty bad.
Okay,
But yes, okay. So it's
I
been a week.
have an update.
Let's hear
Some
an
true
update.
crime. So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the Menendez brothers.
Yes.
As of today, I believe if I understood all the gibberish correctly,
Mhm.
they are going to be resentenced. Or they're
Oh.
asking the judge to resentence them.
Oh.
So they're trying to take them from life without parole
Mhm.
down to a murder charge, which would be like 50 years to life. But if they do agree to that, it would make them eligible for parole immediately.
Oh, wow.
Like they are hoping that if this all goes the way that they seem to want it to go, and for these boys, I say boys, they were boys when it happened, to get out of prison before, whatchamacallit? What's the next holiday? Not Halloween, Thanksgiving. They're hoping that they'll be home by Thanksgiving. Yes. So that was the big news I watched live today.
Oh, wow.
So they are asking.
That is crazy. I cannot
them to
believe
be
that.
resentenced.
We have Tiffany saying, cheers.
Biatches.
Biatches. Wine in my glass too. All right. And then we've got on TikTok, we've got, yes, Kathy doesn't do scary movies.
Me neither, girl.
And the wine is sweet. It is sweet in the most delicious way.
It's not like sickly sweet like some wine.
Yeah, and it's not fake sugar sweet. It's real, like it just tastes really, really good.
This is what it is, Kathy. It's Oliver Winery.
So good.
Goodness, I can't.
Yes, it's amazing. And, that being said, we're so close to the opening.
The opening
of Specs.
Oh, yeah.
At the edge of town. I saw cars in the driveway and I almost went, Skirt!
Is it open yet?
But it's not yet.
It's not yet.
Not yet. That's okay.
That is okay.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's necessarily true crime, because I don't necessarily think she committed a crime, but it's messed up either way.
Who?
So have you ever heard about Elizabeth Finch?
I've heard the name.
Okay. So she is a show writer for Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
So she's worked on Grey's Anatomy. So it started out, she went and had an interview with at Shondaland with Shonda Rhimes. She's the creator of The Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder and all of those shows, Grey's Anatomy.
Really?
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. I knew this. I know this. Yes.
And so I guess she got passed over for this the first time. And then I guess she had come back and had some kind of crazy sob story that she had this just insane cancer on her spine that was like inoperable and kind of had this whole sob story going, and they ended up hiring her. I'm not saying they hired her because of the fact that she had cancer, but I digress, whatever. Anyway, so she ends up getting hired to work on Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
okay. And so they, I guess she worked on there for a season or two, and then I guess it was getting close to her, like they were gonna, no, like you're not gonna work here anymore, like type thing. And then
one of those types of
her cancer got worse, and they were just like, give her whatever she wants, she can stay, type thing. And it just, the way that the story is told. So there's a 3-part documentary on Peacock called Anatomy of Lies.
I saw that.
And the way that I was just like watching this was insane. So she's like in and out of the office. She's getting chemo. She's getting radiation. She's losing her hair. She's wearing head wraps. Like people she works with are noticing she's wearing a lot more makeup. Like she looks sickly is what they were saying. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, you're sick. You want to wear more makeup to make yourself feel better or whatever. And on the pictures, it was a lot of
some
makeup.
people. I am not some people when I'm sick.
And so she, it's just crazy. So she starts, and I know if you've watched some of the newer seasons of Grey's Anatomy, I say newer. I don't really know.
Wait, for me,
how new?
For
Where
me,
did you stop watching?
Okay, for me, newer seasons means post Derek.
Okay.
That's where I draw my line.
So this
Derek.
happened post Derek. So the character Catherine Avery.
Yes.
So she ends up. I haven't seen these episodes because once the COVID ones hit, I was like, I can't. I'm living it. I can't watch it too. So they write into the story that Catherine gets this specific type of cancer.
Oh,
yes. So they like bring it into this character and all this stuff. And then there's that storyline she gets going with Catherine having cancer, the same kind of cancer that she has. And they are like, great, you know how the medical world works because you're in and out of the hospitals and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then, Joe Wilson's character.
Yes.
So Joe Wilson has this whole story arc where she finds out that she was born by product of assault. I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get us banned on anything.
Yeah.
By assault.
Yes.
And so come to find out that one of the other writers was confiding in Elizabeth Finch about this because they had a storyline where all the women lined the hallways for that one. And she was confiding in her that she was a product of this and stuff. Elizabeth Finch took her story and wrote it into Grey's Anatomy.
So she's taking real life
traumas.
Yeah.
And like she like lives in people's traumas. Like Joe Wilson like kind of went off the deep end and needed to go to like a mental health facility for PTSD and stuff like that.
Wow.
Well, lo and behold, after that happens, Elizabeth Finch needs to go to PTSD because she said that she had it from, do you remember the Tree of Life shooting that happened in, was it Pittsburgh? Or I don't know, somewhere, Pittsburgh? Or was it in Philly?
Yeah. One of them P words.
I don't know.
One of them P places.
I don't know. One of those. I don't know. Anyways, she said that she was there and she had to help clean up the bodies, and which to me already sounded weird because it doesn't seem like they let civilians do that.
No, I've never heard volunteer civilians.
Yeah, like that already was a red flag weird to me. And so she's like, I've got all this trauma with this stuff. And so she checks herself into this facility out in Arizona, I believe, under the name Joe.
Oh my God, that's so not right.
Okay, you don't want to use your real name, anonymity, whatever.
Fine, don't use somebody's.
But you've picked,
yeah.
If somebody from the show, it's weird. And it was like right along the same timelines where they like wrote Joe into doing this. She went and did this.
Yeah.
And she meets this woman in there who is basically like hiding from her husband. Like her husband is abusive and all this stuff. And so they're going through this. They've become friends, type thing. And then all of a sudden, this woman, I believe her name is Jen, gets a video from her husband. And he's like, I don't want you to be scared. He's like, but I'm coming for you. He's like, I need you.
Wow.
So she starts freaking out. She doesn't have custody of her kids right now because she's had a mental breakdown and is now in this mental facility. Well, at the same time that happens, here comes Elizabeth Finch with a letter written by her brother, basically saying the same thing. And it comes out that her brother was abusive towards her when they were growing up and type things. And this was all happening at the same time. Okay. And then like she leaves the facility, the lady leaves the facility. Things happen. The lady's husband ends up committing suicide. And then while all this is going on, the lady's visiting her in LA. She brings this lady into the office and she's like packing things up like all of a sudden. And all the other writers are like, what's going on? She says, my brother has committed suicide and I have to go to the hospital.
Oh my God.
So she's like taking people's stories and twisting them to where they're happening to her. Like some of the writers were like, I can't believe that like all of this stuff is happening to you. Like,
wow.
It's like, you are a shit magnet. It's just snowballed.
Yeah.
Like, you got cancer. Your friend got shot. You're were
Wow.
abused. You were, all of this stuff was going on.
That is crazy.
And she like inserted herself into this woman's life. And this woman, after her husband died and stuff like that, she got custody of her kids back. She was very involved in the kids' lives and things like this. And it was like when somebody else was doing, like, I don't remember, she would make like backhanded comments almost. Like there was something, she said something to the kids like, oh, I'm happy to be here. I'm missing the Emmys for this. Like she was like, I was supposed to get one, but I turned it down. I'm like, first of all, you don't ever turn
passive
down an Emmy.
aggression.
Yeah.
Ah.
Come to find out, she was never nominated for an Emmy.
Liar.
She lives in a fantasy world.
Yes.
And it was just crazy that
Kathy said,
oh,
we're just kidding.
No, we're just restricted for some audiences.
I
And so like COVID hits and all of this stuff. I don't know what that is. We're having issues with TikTok.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
my puffy sleeve rubbed the mic. That the Grady twins never had that shit happen.
COVID hits and she like, I guess is working from home. They're still writing and stuff, but she's like working in the alley. Like they have like another house or like a she shed or whatever that she's writing in. And like they were on Zoom calls and the writers were like, like, are you okay? Like she was looking really bad. And, and they were like, the family life, maybe it's not for her. And then like she was saying that Jen was like spiraling again and things were happening and she's having to do everything for the kids. And one guy was like, she never wanted kids. Like me and her were like,
yeah,
we were the only writers that didn't have them and didn't want them.
Kathy says it sounds like she should have written for Law and Order.
She should have done something. But I guess like all of this like starts snowballing and this lady that she ends up marrying, Jen, I believe her name is Jen. Anytime something good goes for something else, like she would have a PTSD episode. Like it was very weird. And then like all of a sudden, like she would just get all these triggers randomly. And then all of a sudden she was like, the rain was triggering her.
Okay.
Right when like her son or whatever was getting accepted into college or whatever.
Why do I feel like that's not so much? Okay. And I would never want to diminish one person's trauma because one person can stub their toe and that can be major trauma to to themselves. But everyone responds to trauma different. So I don't want to like disvalidate her or
but it was like every time the attention was on somebody else.
Yes, that's what yes, exactly.
Had a trigger.
That's a
a new trigger. And so like
boo, that is not how triggers work.
Her wife like was like started thinking it was weird. And she said that the rain was triggering because when she was cleaning up at the synagogue, it was raining.
Oh my God. Come on.
She was like,
You're reaching.
Yeah.
That's
and
too
so
much.
like all of a sudden, like this woman that she married kind of dummies up and is like, the rain was never triggering before. Like, and then it like shows pictures of like her and these kids like playing in the rain and she's smiling and laughing and stuff. And so this woman starts to dig into her social media, and her social media and her real life are very different. Like she, on her social media, she's like this cancer warrior, cancer sucks and all this stuff. And then like, so she digs and digs and digs and digs and digs and finds multiple photos on Halloween.
Oh,
at a bar. She's dressed up as Wednesday Addams and pictures of all of these. That was the same time that the thing at the synagogue happened. She was never there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So all of this stuff starts to come out.
Lies
and she confronts her about it. And she, like, they go back and forth and they have this, arguments and stuff like this. And she's like, just tell me you lied.
Yeah. Just admit it.
Just tell me you lied. And so she finally admits it. And she's like, I like the attention, basically.
Oh.
Like she, and it, to me, it kind of is like, reminds me of like Munchausen.
Yeah.
Like the people who are hypochondriacs, really. That's what it comes down to, but that's kind of what it is. Like it's Munchausen by I need attention. Come to find out,
I thought I was
her
that
brother. her brother is alive.
What?
Her brother never abused her. He threw the remote at her once when they were children.
Who didn't?
This is normal sibling
Chelsea,
rivalry.
hey, Chelsea, don't be calling in. Don't you be telling nothing I ever did to your child.
My sister used to get mad because I wanted the hairbrush.
Okay.
Or she couldn't find it and I had it.
Since
like
this is a Halloween episode, I have to share that, yes, when Chelsea was little, my little sister, y'all, we're 12 years apart. She's 2 or 3 years old. I'd walk her into her bedroom with the lights off.
Aww.
And I would say, Chelsea, it's safe. See, and I would show her. I'd say, look, see, I'm coming in here with you. It's all safe. And she'd sit on her bed, and as I see her shoulders relax, I go, what is that?
You're so mean.
And I ran out, and I shut the door behind me.
Oh, Alyssa.
I know, my poor
So mean.
sister.
I'm so sorry, Chelsea.
Like Chelsea's husband, good for you. And I'm sorry. Like, if I've got to pay therapy bills, whatever. But I was so mean to her like that.
Yeah, but like she wanted the attention.
So he's a oh my
she's a liar. And so she finally, like, she's like, you have to come clean with everyone. Like, you have to. She's like, just tell me what it's going to take to make all this work and blah, 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 blah. And so she's like, you got to tell the people at work. Like, you have to. So she comes in. I guess it's been months. This is over the span of months that this has happened.
Yeah.
She comes in and tells the writers that she's been lying to them for years. That she
told her job.
And everybody was like, what?
They're really surprised.
Well, that she was lying about some things. They kind of thought, but like the fact that she had cancer, like, like how,
like every person that does have cancer may come after you. You might want to get into the witness protection plan.
She did all this, and then it became public. Like, I guess Jen had written an email to Shonda.
Jeez.
And was like, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. So I guess like now legal was involved to try and figure out how they could let her go without having any kind of legal repercussions. You can't fire somebody for being a liar.
No.
Like,
I mean, in the state of Texas, you can.
Well, Texas, we're special down here.
We are. We're like, you look ugly. Bye, you're fired.
You're fired. But yeah, it just.
That is wild. That is wild.
It was just crazy. The stuff that she said was happening to her. Her parents were trying, like, she brought her parents to this mental health facility to confront them about what her brother did. And they were like, what are you talking about? Like, they didn't get it. They declined to respond to any kind of interview. And the whole thing about the assaults and stuff that happened, Elizabeth Finch said that she was inspired by the Kavanaugh trials. I don't know what that is. I didn't look into that. But Camilla Luddington, who plays Joe Wilson, said that it was her idea to do it. Now I'm going to believe Camilla Luddington over Elizabeth Finch, who is a known liar.
God.
But it was just the way it just snowballed. And it was just like, crappy thing after crappy thing after crappy thing was happening to this woman. Like, I mean, I get it. Some people are shit magnets and it happens, but it was just like everything in the world that could happen to one person was happening to this one woman.
Wow.
Like, it's insane.
That is insane.
AJ, you have got to watch this documentary.
I'm totally, yes,
it's
I'm
a
totally
3-part series.
It.
It's like I want to say it's like 3.5, maybe 4 hours long. But like from the moment that I started watching it, I was just like sucked in. I was like, holy crap. And then I guess when it finally came public, like people were like, did you see what happened to Finchy? Did you like, well, she's getting all the attention now.
Yeah.
Like,
and that kind of
sucks.
What
she wants.
That kind of sucks that she, I don't want to say is becoming more famous because of her. Like,
yeah,
it just seems like people get rich quick off of the dumbest shit they've ever done.
Well, I don't know if she's making any money off this, but I guess they explain the way that they get paid for writing shows. So like you get paid X amount of money for writing this show.
Right.
But every time it replays on whatever service, you get so much
It's like royalties
You
or
get
whatever that's
royalty-
called. Yeah.
I have such a hard time saying that word. Royalties.
Royalties.
I have to slow down when I say it. But yeah, so like she is, and even like when she was sick and she couldn't write a show, her fellow writers were helping her out by writing the show, and they weren't getting paid for it. She was getting paid for it. So I think maybe that's how they ended up letting her go, because she wasn't doing what she was necessarily supposed to be doing.
Man.
But
That
I was
is
just like, what is going on?
mind blown.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah. But I guess she was like a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, is why she wanted to work for them, which, okay, fine. But it was just.
Okay. Well, real quick,
Yeah.
I know we've not got much time before our break,
Yeah.
but I have to ask because we haven't really gotten to talk. Did you watch? I know you watched Woman of the Hour.
The Hour. Yes.
With Anna Kendrick's, debut of her first directed
directorial
film.
debut. Yeah.
She did amazing. I think
Very
it's
good.
a great movie.
That was a wild movie. This man, what was his name? Rodney Alcala,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, was in the 70s. It happened. I don't even know the span over the 70s that it happened.
Oh, I can't even. So it's a true story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based on a true story, and I guess the last woman that he assaulted, she got away by asking him, she's like, I'm embarrassed what we did. She's like, can you, let's not tell anybody what happened. Because he had her like up out in the woods, and he had to pull over to go to the bathroom. And when he walked around the corner, she booked it down the street to a hotel, and he got arrested.
Oh my gosh.
I guess he assaulted and murdered 3 women for sure. But there was many more who were known assaulted, but I guess they think overall he could have had as many as 130 victims.
Oh, I did see that at the end of the
that
film.
was the little the little blurb at the end. And
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, and then did you also watch Unhinged?
I have not watched Unhinged
If
yet.
y'all have not watched Unhinged, okay, and I'm gonna call myself out because it was a really funny moment. I really thought it was Gerard Butler,
and I was like, I haven't seen him in anything, and I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, he got really fat, and I was like, Gerard Butler? I looked it up. It's Russell Crowe.
It's Russell Crowe, and I'm sorry, Russell Crowe and Gerard Butler, they do have similarity.
They don't.
Fine, they
but
don't.
But it's okay.
But Russell Crowe is like, he is, I feel like he either packed on the stuffing or they really fattened him up for
I
that.
have no idea.
For that show, but it's all about road rage. Go watch it. It will make you think twice about honking your horn. Maybe, unless your name is Clint Mode, which you basically have conversations with people with your horn. Oh. You're like, oh, you cut me off. Oh, you didn't use your blinker. And I like to tease my husband and tell him.
Does he really honk at people when they don't use their blinker?
He honks at everyone. He's like, they cut me off.
I honk at people who cut me off.
Or he'll go, they're going to hit that other person. All
right, Mr. Driver's Ed.
And I'm like, and I tease him. And this is it. So I get passive aggressive. So I know when people are being passive aggressive.
You can get passive aggressive.
I can, 100%.
It makes me so proud when you do it.
But I look at Clint and I'm like, oh, did you really communicate that they weren't using their blinker? Good job. I'm sure your little horn was saying beep, beep, beep. He's like, shut up. He gets so mad at me.
Like, I talk to the other cars and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Get away. My kids are like, who are you talking to? And I was like, everybody. I'm talking
we got someone that's a Gerard Butler fan.
Oh.
Go, Kathy. Yes. I see you. I see you liking that Gerard Butler.
You guys, we are about out of time for this first half.
I need a refill.
We do not want you to go anywhere. We want you to refill your cups. Get ready because we've got some gossip about reality to spill. And of course, we have some Am I the Asshole?
Okay. So we'll see y'all in a minute. We'll be back.
of this?
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820. Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
1, 2, 3, now we're playing with the big boys. Gonna take it to the street, now we're gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up.
Oh, welcome back, you guys. We want to thank NTX Radio. It is a podcast and a radio and podcast collective proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on TuneIn Radio and on NTX Radio app on Android, Apple CarPlay, or just ask Alexa to play NTX Radio. Check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. We thank our valued partners in helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. Be sure to connect with Todd Hurd and Associates, attorneys at law for your civil law needs at texasattorneylaw.com. And if you're processing credit cards, join the Swipe Nation today and save on processing fees at swipenationusa.com, locally owned and operated. And the holidays are just around the corner. Be sure to shop thetiffy.com for Tiffy sleeves and scarves. When you're ready to deliver the right message to the right people at the right time, email Tiffany at t.hurd@ntxradio.com for your advertising rates. Low advertising rates.
Low advertising rates, guys.
Amazing rates.
And, we just want to say we will come to your business. We will do a show in your business. We will totally promote, do all the things. We want to promote your business. So literally get your booties in here, get your advertising. Let's go, because we're ready. We're ready to take this worldwide. Hey, if you're in Jamaica or the Bahamas and you want us to support your business,
say worldwide, all I think is prestige. Worldwide.
wide. That's from Step Brothers. You're welcome. That's another fabulous.
Yes.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm sorry. Okay. Cannot wait for our okay. Reality. I'm trying not to squirrel. My brain has been doing that a lot lately.
Yes.
Reality. Okay. So we're done with Big Brother.
Big Brother's over. Congratulations, Chelsea.
Good job.
Moving on.
Moving on. So Golden Bachelor.
I did not watch the hometown visits, but can I say, so I watched last week.
Yes.
Chalk is kind of giving me the
why is she
serial
in
killer
my
vibes.
Freaking brain, y'all?
It was very weird when they were bowling and he's all like blocking everybody around him, and even Guy was like, "Dude,
yeah,
there are 4 other of us here."
So I was really broken up because I watched the last week's and this week's. Truth be told, I watched it all today. I was really, really, really upset to see Mark go.
I was. She seemed upset about it, but she said, I feel like they would be more
He
like
wasn't
best
ready.
friends. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
She was. He was not. And that's okay. And even he was like,
Mhm.
yeah, he's like, I agree. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
But I just, my heart
It
goes
was
out to
very
him.
sad. And
If
when he
anything-
came in and told the guys, and the guys, oh my God, they started to cry and get upset that he was leaving. And they were like, you've grown so much since you've been here. Like they were so, it was so cute.
Sorry. Brief pause. Clint is cracking me up because he says he could not type fast enough when he literally said it. Prestige worldwide.
Nice.
Anyways, Clint Mode, while you're listening, Philip was asking if we're home. Might need to text him. Just check on whatever he needed. I don't know. But anyways, so yes, I was really sad to see Mark leave, and then I'm not gonna lie, and I never wanted to admit this, but Chalk is growing on me.
Ew, is he?
Yep.
Ew, no. He's giving me
sorry, he
creepy
is.
stalker vibes.
Yep.
Like I don't know what it is about. Bless you. My
I have one more.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
But he gives me kind of like sleazeball vibes, but he's done that since from the beginning. And the last episode that I saw, which was not Hometown Visits, it was last week's.
Hometown Visits,
left a
I
bad
feel
taste
like
in my mouth.
does bring it around.
Maybe I'll have to watch, because who's left? Guy,
Pascal,
Pascal, Chalk, and
who
who else is it? Jordan. I like Jordan.
Wait, no.
Yeah, no, Jordan's there.
Is he the black man?
No, that's Jonathan.
He's gone.
Jonathan's gone.
There's no black men left,
Mm-mm.
unfortunately.
Jonathan's gone.
She got
Yeah,
rid of
so
all
she
that
got rid of-
chocolate love. Those men were good looking.
Mhm.
But yes, so the hometowns I thought were really sweet. The families
I'll
were
watch
sweet.
it tomorrow.
So it was really cute.
Okay.
Okay, then we have oh my God, Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. I did not watch, but that's okay. And we were getting dressed and ready, and I was like, "So, did you watch Love is Blind?" He's like, "Tell me." And I was like, "No, don't tell me. Just tell me on the show."
I'm not gonna go, so I won't divulge for her sake, I guess.
No, I don't care.
You don't care?
I'm gonna watch it anyway.
So the weddings, there was only 2, because that's it.
Okay, so
That's all that's left.
here's what I predict. Okay, Ashley and Tyler, did they get married?
Ashley and Tyler are the 2 little cute, real spunky black people.
I believe that's Marissa and Ramses.
Yes, Ramses.
Did
Okay.
they get married?
Nope.
They did not. I
They are
didn't think
broken
so.
up, and
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that
boy.
he broke her. He broke her spirit in the worst kind of way. Ramses is a human POS.
Oh,
I'm pissed at him.
what happened? Okay, I'll have to watch it to figure out what happened.
So like y'all know we're spunky attitudes. I've always been very, very like animated and upbeat and all that, and that's how she is. He broke her. He
But he
freaking broke
seemed
her.
like he was that way too.
When they broke it off, she was hysterically
Oh.
crying, calling her mom,
Oh my
bawling her freaking face out. And I'm like, no man should ever have the power to make a woman cry that freaking hard.
Nobody in general should make
No,
anybody
you're
else
right.
feel that way.
I was very upset with
Okay.
them. So the two.
They're done. I know Steven and Monica were done. What about Hannah and Nikki D?
No.
They didn't get married.
No.
Well, she kind of broke it off before the wedding.
She ended it, she ended it with a smile on her face.
I
but
don't
you could
think
tell-
she really liked him.
I don't think she
she's like,
liked
I love him. I
him.
love him. I'm like, I don't think you do.
I don't think she liked him,
I think
and
she
she
was
was
trying
very
to love him.
demeaning to him.
Yes.
I mean, yes, he's immature, and yes, all
but
these things.
she
but
was like berating him for the simplest things. Like, I don't get it. I don't know why. And then who else is there? I know that there was Tim, was it Ashley and Tim? I don't know.
which one was Ashley and Tim?
But he was the one where when they broke up and he's like, I'm just leaving here knowing I don't ever have to see you again.
Oh, yes.
Woo!
Yeah,
That was before the
Yes.
1920s party that they had.
yes.
So who did get married?
Okay, so
Did anybody say yes?
the 2 cutest Dimples,
Okay. I can't think of his name. That's Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes.
I think that's Ashley and Tyler. I
They
knew
got married.
they would. Yeah.
I don't know. The TikTok's being rigged. Anyways, doesn't matter. They did get married.
Okay.
And they said yes.
Oh, good.
Then the other one
Who
was
the other wedding?
the guy that.
Oh, Garrett and I don't know what her name is, but yeah.
They always prayed together. He was lighter skinned.
Nope.
Lighter skinned black man.
Nope. I'm thinking the white guy, Garrett.
No.
They didn't get married?
Nope.
Who said no?
No, they didn't make it to the wedding. Only two couples made it to the weddings.
What?
Everyone else
okay.
said no.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch now.
Very high drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna hurkle-durkle and
So yeah, it is insane. I'm ready to see the reunion because I know that's coming.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
that
only
should be out next
out
week.
of 5 couples, two made it, and out of the 2 weddings, they all said yes.
Okay, good.
So super cute.
Okay.
That's that. Still have not gotten to watch the summit, guys. Sorry.
I have been watching the summit. It is so good. It's crazy. So they've got the 14 days to make it to the summit of this mountain. They're out in New Zealand, and they're down to now they're down to 10 people, and they've got 10 days left, and they're only at checkpoint 4.
Wow.
They've had some setbacks.
How many checkpoints are there?
Like 11, I think. They got snowed in. There was a whiteout, and they could not navigate. There was no way they would be able to do it.
Oh, wow.
So for 24 hours, they were stuck at checkpoint 3.
Wow.
And then finally the next day they were able to move on, and they did make it to checkpoint 4.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's intense. And if somebody quits, they take their money. The people left don't get that money. But when they vote somebody out, they steal their money.
Oh, that's right.
So when they are like, okay, who wants to vote out this person? Like, it is a live, like, raise your hand if you want this person to leave type vote. And so they have to take the money. They're carrying their money up the mountain. So they have to take out their money and place it on the ground. And then everybody, like, that person walks off, and it's like they open the bag and start dishing out wrapped, like, stacks of cash to put in their bag.
Oh my gosh. That is wild.
It's insane.
And then are you caught up on Survivor?
Of course I'm caught up.
Of course you are.
Survivor. So last week they evicted voted off Annika from, I believe, the Gada tribe, which was the yellow tribe. This week everybody merged. It was and there was a sign at the merge beach.
What app is the summit on?
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus, Clint.
It comes on right after Survivor on Wednesdays. Excuse me. But so the teams are now merged.
Oh, yes.
So there is 11 people. No. There's 13 people.
And you said last time that some people
15,
were trying to stick with their original.
They try to, but I feel like there's so much animosity in each individual tribe that they're kind of like, they're ready to jump ship.
Okay.
And so they had a twist on, so when you make the merge, you don't make the merge. You have to earn the merge.
Oh.
So they're all on the same beach now, and they see a sign, and it's like somewhere there's an advantage for tomorrow's immunity challenge. Good luck and go. You're on an island.
Yeah.
It is crazy. So they're all walking around and looking for it. And then everybody's just kind of chilling at the beach. And this girl's like, she's like, me and what's his face saw that buoy sitting out there. And she's like, I just can't let it go. He said that it was nothing. And I thought he was telling her that so he could go back. No, dumbass didn't even think about it. He's like, we've seen those all over.
Gosh.
She went back, and there was an advantage tied to it.
Oh.
So I think there was 15 people. So they had 2 teams of 7 and then an odd one out. So whoever got the advantage didn't have to be split up in the teams and automatically went into the immunity portion of it.
Gotcha.
So whoever won in the teams went to the immunity portion for a chance to win individual immunity.
Oh.
And one guy who didn't have a vote was like, he's going to have to pull it out. And he did. And then there's one guy who was like trying to run everything. He's like, so we're voting this guy out. We're voting this guy out. We're voting at this guy. And everybody was just like, oh my God. Nope. he got voted out. Like they blindsided him and he was like, wow.
Oh, I love a good blindside.
He wasn't mad. He's like, this was a game. It was fun. Good luck to everybody. He didn't blow up anybody's game on the way out like some people do.
Oh, yes, they do.
He didn't. He was just like, you guys.
I love a good blindside, but I also do love
two in a
good blow up.
There was two, yeah.
Like I am not going to hate anyone that's going to blast it all as they leave. I think that's so dramatic.
Well, I don't. And right now, I think there's only one person has a hidden immunity idol. One other girl knows for sure, and then one other girl is skeptical because of the way that it was found. It was a whole thing.
Nice,
but yeah. So
I think that's it. Like
that's it. That's all
think some of the only realities that I don't typically like. Really, I tried for my grandmother's sake to get into like Dancing with the Stars. I like it sometimes.
I watched it with my mom.
Yeah, I watched it with my grandma, but I don't know. I only did it for her, so we'd have something to talk about. But anyways, that's really it for reality.
Thanks for spilling.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh my gosh. Are y'all ready for Am I the Asshole?
Am I the asshole? So, am I the asshole for naming my baby something unconventional?
Uh-oh.
So, I, a 29-year-old female, recently gave birth to my first child, a beautiful baby girl. My husband is 31, and I spent months deliberating over the perfect name for her. We both are into mythology and literature. We wanted a name that felt unique but also meaningful. After a lot of back and forth, we settled on, I'm going to spell it for you, and I want you to tell me how you think it's pronounced.
I'm ready.
N-Y-X-I-R-Y-N.
Hold on.
You're like,
N-Y-X-I-R-Y-N. Oh my God.
How do you think you say that?
It just sounds like a bunch of letters together.
It's pronounced Nixerin.
That sounds like a medication.
Doesn't it? It's a combination of Nyx, the Greek goddess of the night, and Irina, which means peace in Greek. We thought it sounded poetic, strong, and unique. Nixerin.
Nope. That sounds like literally something that
you take to fall asleep at night.
Either that or it's a patch for like cigarettes.
I shared the name with my family a few weeks before she was born, and their reactions were mixed. Some of them thought it was cool and different, but others were clearly taken aback. My mom said it was a mouthful, and my sister-in-law was silent for a while before saying, well, it's interesting.
Oh, you never want to do that to people, though.
The real drama started at a family dinner after the baby was born. My aunt, who's 62, who is never shy about her opinions, asked me what we ended up naming our daughter. When I told her, she immediately burst into laughter, like full-on cackle.
Oh,
I was taken aback and asked what was so funny. And she said, "You seriously named your kid that? Poor child. You've practically cursed her with that name."
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm not done. I am not done. I tried to keep cool and asked what she meant, and she went on a rant about how Nixerin is a made-up weird name that would just make my daughter's life harder. She said that she would be bullied in school and that no one would ever spell it right, and that we were trying too hard to be unique. She even went so far as to call me selfish for giving her a name like that and said I was setting her up for a life of frustration. I snapped back, saying that it's our baby and our choice of name, and she should respect it. She then accused me of being sensitive and said I wouldn't last in the real world if I couldn't handle a little feedback. The whole dinner turned awkward, and my husband and I ended up leaving early. Now I'm starting to second guess myself. My mom said my aunt was out of line, but also added people do have a point and suggested that we might want to consider a more normal name. My husband said we shouldn't change anything just because a few people don't like it, but the whole thing has left me feeling conflicted. Am I the asshole for naming my baby Nixerin and for getting upset when my aunt called me out on it? I mean, I'm all for a unique name.
I am too, but you have to, if you're going to, yes, be original, but also think about your child in the everyday life. Like
She's gonna get picked on.
she's gonna get picked on really bad unless
And
she
if you end
just
up calling her
shortens it to
Nix,
Nix. Which is like
it's kind of like a boy's nickname.
No, isn't that the shampoo you wear to get lice out?
Ew, is it?
Nix, Rid,
I don't know.
Y'all. It sounds
I
like
go to Walgreens and figure it out. It just, I don't know.
Oh, Kathy says, what happened to being able to find your name on a keychain?
It's so my kids' names are not weird at all, and I still have a hard time finding their names.
I never
on a keychain.
can find mine.
No.
Alyssa is not
because of the way it's spelled.
The way it's spelled.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't have that problem.
The funniest crap in the world is I saw a keychain with my name on it in Florida, but it was AALYSSA, and I'm like,
Alyssa.
Like, did you come up with that name while you were doing something that I don't want to know? Like,
yeah,
come on.
It's just
Kathy, we're with you. She says I'm spelled Catherine, and I've never had a keychain. And
Catherine.
KATHERYN.
RYN. Okay. So yeah, like my grandmother's name was Kathleen.
Yeah, and that's my cousin's name is Kathleen. I don't think there is a Kathleen.
Well, she went by Katie.
But
my cousin's name is the same thing, Kathleen.
Katie goes by Katie. Kathleen, my cousin, goes by Katie, but it's KATI, which is not very because most people put an E.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm all for the crazy names. Like
I'm all for that too. It's just
we had a couple of different names picked out for my oldest. Like one of them that was in the running for a short period of time. I'm sure my husband's going to disagree with me, but I think like Dominic was one of them. Which
Dominic the donkey.
And I believe we had like Kyron was also picked out.
Ooh.
Which I like that name, but it's not a common.
How's that not a name in one of our books?
I know. Maybe I'll have to put it in mine.
Dun, dun, dun. Catherine. So Caden was supposed to. Well, I wanted Caden to be Cash Lee,
like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I wanted his name to be Cash.
Okay.
And Clint was like, no, because if you get mad at him and you call him by his first and middle name, it's going to sound like a girl's name, like Ashley. But it's Cash Lee. And I'm like, I don't yell at my kids like that, but okay.
Oh, I do. I full on first and middle.
But here's what's funny is instead of getting a Cash Lee, I got an Asher Lee. I still win.
I win. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Don't reveal your baby's name.
If you didn't like
without asking.
My oldest, we didn't tell anybody his name until he was born. We're like, here he is,
Expect it. You know what I mean? Like Caden's name is spelled weird because it's CAEDEN. That is
I did not know that. I thought it was CADEN.
Everyone thinks that, but I found the Welsh.
You have never corrected me on that. Like when I text you and I type his name, you've never corrected me on that. You're just like, nah, it's fine.
Look, the guy that married me and Clint called me Alicia. Do you, Alicia, take this man?
You telling me that. Alicia.
And so now when I'm just pissed off, I'm like, oh, it's Alicia today, fool. It is Alicia.
My alternate personalities.
Yeah, that's the bitch that's coming out. You want that girlfriend, you better call Alyssa. Good grief.
My gosh.
Yeah, no, I mean,
and we wanted family names, but we didn't want their first names to be family names, so their middle names are family names.
Well, like all of Clint's family did the C or K name. So it's Carl, Kevin, Clint, Chris, Casey, and then the firstborn grandson was Cody. So I was like, this is our firstborn son, we'll stay with your C name. Then we got pregnant with Anderson. I'm like, well, you got a C name, I get an A name. I don't know why I said that. It's so dumb. I think it was
because
just
you're hormonal. So what else were you going to say?
And I think I was just trying to cut the list of names down. I was just trying to narrow that shit down.
It took us a long time to figure out my oldest name.
So instead, you named your third. Yeah, Asher.
Yeah,
Asher Lee.
You didn't know that, did you? It took us a while to figure out our oldest, his name, but our youngest, I was like, it's a boy. This is what I want. My husband was like, okay, done.
I love
I was like 15 weeks pregnant and had his name.
Oh, Angie just popped in. Hi, Angie. Yes,
Nix is a lice medication.
I knew it.
Oh, and Angie doesn't get keychains either.
Why do you not get keychains?
Because it's ANGI. There's usually an E on the end of it.
You people and your damn E's.
Why? There's nothing wrong with it. I've never had that problem with the keychain. I mean,
well,
you can find
actually,
Kimberly's a pretty
and here's where Angie's gonna really appreciate me. Angie will never have a keychain, not because there's no E at the end of her name, but because it needs to say, the keychain would have to be this long because it would have to say Angie with a heart above the I.
With a heart above the I. So is Angie short for Angela or?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So you can get
Angela Sue.
I love it. It's so country. I love it. Angela Sue.
Angela Sue.
I'm not making fun because I feel like I've got a country bumpkin name too. Like, woo, and my mom would yell at me, Kimberly Ann.
I'm sorry, but I can literally put my name into Michael Jackson's Billie Jean song. I always go, Alyssa Jean is not my love.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I'm so ready for freaking Halloween.
I'm so excited.
We have one more week of October, and
we're
then
carving pumpkins this weekend.
I'm so excited.
Or painting. Oh,
carving.
Go to Hobby Lobby. I need a few things for my pumpkin.
Do you?
I do. You're not gonna want.
I need to find eyeballs.
You're just gonna have to wait and see. Like googly eyes.
Yes. No.
Okay.
The ones you can float in drinks. No.
Ew. Why? I don't want to float eyeballs in my drink.
For balls. Let me explain that. I've only got 2 minutes. I'll explain it quickly.
Okay.
We're playing a game where all the solo cups have tissue paper over their heads.
Oh, okay.
And they're glued to a thing, and you throw an eyeball in, and if you crack it, then you get the prize inside. Making one for the littles for like candies and little toys, but then I'm going to make one for the adults that's got little bottles of liquor and dollar bills and whatever else I can throw in there.
Are you trying to take over my liquor llama?
What?
Yeah, there was that awkward silence. For those of you who don't know what a liquor llama is, it is a piñata that I do for adults. That is full of little mini liquor bottles, because why should the children get to have all of the fun of a piñata?
Kathy, I'm going to stop you right there. Don't you ever say anything about me naming any fourth child. I am not purchasing another child. I am not having another child. I am not going to get another child through negligence on any other parent. Okay?
No more.
We're done. Three children. That's it. I'm done. I am.
Did you put that juju on me?
Stop juju shit on me. Did you do that? No voodoo, hoodoo
crap. Oh my gosh. You guys, we are about out of time tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes. We will have a show for you next week. We are going to pre-record because we're going to be out trick-or-treating and stealing the candy from our children.
So as soon as we hang up with y'all, we're recording. So you will see us again in these amazing outfits.
In the amazing
1 hour is just not enough of the Grady twins.
No. 2 hours of them. So you guys, we will see you next week. Have a happy and safe Halloween.
Follow us on all our social medias. Yes. Roll over to TikTok and hang out with us.
Yeah.
And have a really safe Halloween, safe weekend. And hey, when you're walking, whatever's in your cup, don't forget,
sip it, spill it, savor it.
Bye, guys. Oh, my bad.
Of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than